right, man. First and foremost, I want to thank you for sitting here doing this street interview with me. I really think it's, amazing. And I feel like it's a good thing to talk to people. A lot of people out here on these streets don't have anybody to talk to. And at the very least, I feel like, it's awesome just to have a conversation with people. So we're going to start from the very beginning, all right?
Okay.
What is your name, age, and current living situation?
My name is Francis Renee Springgay, aka they call me Frankie. My age is 44, and my current living situation is homeless by choice.
Homeless by choice. Okay, so you're not the only person I've heard say that. Could you elaborate a little bit on what do you mean by choice? I know it's like you're saying your choice, but for most people, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. A lot of people would say that's crazy talk. That's, poppycock. That's crazy. Like, by your choice, so you choose to be out here?
Mm-hmm. By choice, I choose to be out here because it's either out here and trying to get up out of the dirt and do it on my own and get my own place, or stay under my parents' roof when it's been a toxic going thing for my life, my whole life. It's not that bad, but it's not healthy either. I don't grow the way I want to grow. At least out here, I know I fall and I stumble and I fuck up, but I'm growing and I'm getting stronger and stronger, and I know in my head, I know I can do it. Like, I've always
I believe
worked,
you can too.
and I'm a hard worker, and damn it, when I want something, I can get it. And I proved that to be so true so many times. So I got all the faith in the world that I'm gonna get up out of this and do it. But I'm just being a little bit stupid and selfish, and my son just passed.
I'm sorry.
Not an excuse, because I was already on this trip before he died, and I had to take responsibility in his death, because if I would have been there, he wouldn't have gone out the way that he went out.
Wow, I'm sorry to hear about that.
But then again, God told me and told him that he was gonna take him soon anyways. It's a long story, but if you want to know further about
I would love to know.
Son's death, you can always Google him on Google Sean Springgay, SPRIN 2 G's AY, and you will see
what happened.
All the newscasts and shit.
Man, that's awful. Yeah, you don't need to tell the whole story, but could you elaborate a little bit on how he passed, if you don't mind? Just what happened? Was it an overdose?
No, he was 13. My brother called DCS for them to come and pick him up out of my parents' house. My brother got pissed because he started acting out and stealing the cars and stuff. Of course, he's 13. His mom isn't there. He wants his mom. He's gonna act out. If you couldn't take care of him, then why didn't you just leave him where I had him at? I had him with a friend in California, and my brother convinced her to bring Sean back, and she did. And for 90 consecutive days, nobody talked to me from my family. I tried calling, I went over there, I called and I called and I called 90 days just so my brother could go and get emergency what's it called when they care for your son? Guardianship.
So he took over parental.
Over Sean.
Yeah.
And he did. He got it. And right after that 90-day mark, and I called it, my mom was trying to call me, and she did. My dad started calling me, and I was like, where were you? You guys live at, where were you?
Yeah.
You know, because even though I was out here, I was still calling home. They knew where I was at. You know, I was calling home, and it just sucked. But I didn't find that out until the reason why they stopped talking to me until my family put out posters and stuff on the bus stop and shit just to tell me that my son had passed. And, but anyway, so DCS comes and picks him up and drags him out of my mom's house without any kind of warning or letting him know where the fuck he's gonna go. The way that it was put to me was that my oldest son got a call at work from my son Sean, my son screaming and crying, and he's like, Isaiah, they're taking me. There's these people here that are taking me. I don't know where I'm going, and I don't know what they're gonna do to me, and not is letting them take me. And my son's at work, and he was saying, Mom, I couldn't do anything. He raced home, and Sean was already gone. And he was yelling at my mom and dad, like, you knew that they were gonna come do this. Why didn't you let them take them?
Yeah, that's
And my
horrible.
brother called them. My brother doesn't even live there. Any other kid or something, he would take his nephew or his niece and sit down and talk with them. You know what? He's a fucking detective for Gilbert. He works in the child molestation departments, whatever the fuck it is. He knows what it is for kids to like act out when their mom's a fucking drug addict. And so he's put in this place, a boy's home and shit, and right away he gets a hold of my friend Jenny, which gets a hold of me on Facebook, which at the time I have a phone. And she's like, hey, Sean's trying to get a hold of you. Sean's trying to get a hold of you. And I'm like, what? Mind you, I had gone to California and to Florida trying to contact my son because I still thought he was out there in California. Nobody told me that he was back here. Nobody told me he was back here. And if they would have told me, I would have cleaned my shit up and went the fuck home. And I asked if I could go home before all this. And at the time, my son was really pissed at me. And he was just like, don't bother calling here. Don't just leave me and my brothers alone. I got this and we don't need you. So I just kind of kicked back on that shit, right? So because my son was growing up, I didn't want to be in the way of his times and growing up, which I know now, like, they needed me. I should have been there regardless. I should have said, you're the kid, I'm the mom, I'm gonna be in your life whether you like it or not. Like, I should have fought more harder. Anyways,
that's awful.
moving forward with Sean, so he's in this place and he gets a hold of me and I'm talking to him and he's just not my little boy anymore. He's mad, he's angry, he doesn't know what the fuck. He's going through all this shit by himself. Court dates, he got in some more trouble. You know, all this stuff he's just telling me, and I don't know if it was a lie for attention or what, but you know, so we're talking, and because I keep getting my goddamn phone stolen, it's like I couldn't keep a consistent line with him or
line of communication,
or a consistent line of communication every day talking to him, and you know, I was getting so mad, and so I would Facebook him a lot, and so the day January 20th of 2023, him and 3 other little black dudes run away from the boys' home. Instantly, they are reported on the America Boys or the Kids Missing program, or the bulletin and shit, where it goes over everywhere, every state, every city, everywhere, that there's 4 boys that are missing from an Arizona boys' home, and it had his picture on there, and the other kids have their own files and pictures,
their own little situations.
Yeah, if you please see these boys, call, then they give you a number, right? So they go missing. They run away. They steal a car, and then they get on a high-speed car chase with Glendale PD.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So the car finally pulls over, and if the three boys stay there, my son jumps over a fence into a residential neighborhood backyard, and it's just not that far from where they stopped the fucking car to where the fence that he jumped at. My son died. He had 2 gunshot wounds to the fucking stomach. Why did the cops dismiss the fucking trying to locate my son? Why did they why did they call out the fucking search party? Why did they call off the helicopter? So my son is reported missing, and I'm tripping now. And I haven't talked to anybody, but something told me to just Google his name, and boom, there it is.
Yeah.
Sean Springgay is missing, and I'm tripping, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, my dude David's like, what's wrong? And I tell him, and he goes, babe, he's gonna call you. He's probably just laying low because he knows that DCS is gonna probably be trying to contact you. He's gonna contact you, and then we'll go and pick him up. I had everything ready for him to come and live with me. I had my little studio apartment. I had his fucking, the person at DCS. I finally got a hold of somebody, and they told me, I tried for 3.5 months. I was trying to get a hold of somebody, and finally I get a hold of his case worker, and I told her how it all played out, how I still had custody over my son, and how, you know, my brother convinced people to stop talking to me so he could go file and all this shit. I told her everything, and I told her how I went to California and to Florida to try to locate my friend that had him, to go and pick him up. I showed her texts and messages. I showed her tickets of the Greyhound.
Yeah, usually those type of people
Greyhound.
from, not to cut you off, but those people from, you know, CPS or whatever, they don't really care about stuff like that.
But they do, if you have the...
Yeah, I mean, in some instances, I mean, you could be right. Yeah, that's true too. I mean, but a lot of times that's just like, it depends if you get a good caseworker. Yeah, it depends.
You can't put them down. They're
trying. Some
job.
of them do.
It's up to the parent to go through the loops and the curves and everything that they have to go through to get their kid back, if their kid's that fucking important. I did, and I got my son's back.
That's amazing.
Who cares? Fine. If your caseworker's a bitch, put up with it. That's your kids.
Yeah, do what you gotta do.
And
yeah, that's awesome. That's an awesome way to look at it.
I'm not one to speak, because again, I'm in my own mess, but I take responsibility. But anyways, back to Sean.
Yeah, what happened? How did he essentially...
So, his caseworker said all I need was a place for him to sleep, a pillow, and a little spot for his clothes. I'd gotten him a little bed. I'd gotten him a little moving closet, and I got him some clothes and shoes. I bought him 2 puppies. Yeah, he was ready to come home, and he didn't know that yet, and I couldn't get a hold of him. Some bitch stole my phone anyway. So October finally passes. November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June 8th comes, and there's a news broadcast that there was a remains of a boy found in this neighborhood backyard. 9 months fucking later, and they finally
let you know
they finally discovered who the body belonged to, and it was my son.
Yeah,
people saw it on the fucking news. My family got a hold of me, so I heard about it days later. So I kind of fell apart. I went through a big depression, and I was getting ready to just come to get into a program and shit.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
That's horrible.
Now that I've been going through this, now because this brought out my depression and my anxiety, and I've had nobody to turn to but God. And I'm gonna tell you this: He's been there for me.
Man, that's
And
amazing.
instead of being sad about His death and stuff, like, God is showing me how to celebrate death, because that's what we're supposed to do. I'm not.
No, that's what it
not
says. Yeah,
putting
that's what it
out
says.
any, beliefs of other
that's
cultures
fine.
and shit.
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm just what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Life is celebrated.
And so I'm learning to celebrate.
Man, that's amazing. That's awesome.
Death, and in the long run, I've been helping people that have just recently lost their mom, dad, or boyfriend, or somebody that's close to them, and they're actually reading about it and Googling it, and they're doing it for themselves.
Yeah, shout out
so
to you.
when
Yeah,
we get
that's dope.
together, like, it's like him being gone isn't sad for me anymore.
Yeah, so it's like a happy spot
it's
for you.
It's now turning into what it's supposed to be, and so
that's
me
cool.
being out here still, I'm getting my head together. It's just so much, because now I have 2 grandchildren. My 2 oldest boys are up on their own with their kids, and they're going to work every day, and coming home and still being a parent and dealing with the same shit I'm dealing with, but they're dealing with it. And I'm being so selfish. I'm out here just running away from it.
Yeah, but it's awesome that you still helping people. And now that leads to this. I gotta ask you, can you tell me a little about your journey? What was life like prior to you being out here on the streets?
It was good. I had 2 jobs.
Man, that's amazing.
I have a 401k. I was being a soccer mom, a football mom. My son was getting ready to graduate from high school.
All right.
My other son was just starting to do well. I had all my kids with me. I was going out to Taco Tuesday with my girlfriends, and
so would you say you just were living a typical normal life?
I was living a typical, great, comfortable life.
Man, that's just, so sad to see how it can go bad so quick. It just, it takes one thing, or, it could just be circumstantial. You never know. I always tell people not to be so callous out here, because you never know when you're going to get put in a situation,
There's not.
You're a slip, fall, drink away from being out here. And a lot of people need to just, be a lot more humble and just, get back to reality,
Deal with what you got to deal with, because I'll tell you, there's no feeling like being under the same roof with all your kids and your parents, or whoever you love and is under your roof, and locking those doors at night and going in and checking on everybody and tucking in the ones that aren't even tucked in. I would even tuck in my mom at times. But
that's cool.
and then the cat and the dogs were all under one roof, safe and sound, and all the kids would be sleeping on my bed, and we would all be in one room.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know how much it means to be inside.
And now I miss that so much, and I took that for granted, and I just wish I had it back, but I know I'll never get it back. But I got 2 grandchildren that I haven't even met yet, that I still gotta meet.
Yeah, you'll get a chance to, I'm sure of it. What does a typical day on the streets look like for you? Like, what is it always the same old same, or is there a lot of different nuances and things?
Just drama, trying to come up for that fix, or to get money to eat, or planning out how you're gonna get food for me, it's food and sleep.
Food and sleep.
I'm so tired of the drugs. I'm like, it's just
Yeah.
done. It's boring, and like, I just look when I see food, I'm on it.
Ain't nothing wrong with that though.
I
And-
steal my food, yeah, I do, and I
Yeah.
was so busted hurt when they took our food stamps. And
Yeah, I
stuff.
heard they're coming back though, so we'll
Yeah,
see.
they're back. So
What's been the hardest part of being homeless for you?
the nights being away from my partner, not having a phone to call my parents and checking up on them because they're getting older. Just that guy that fucking you walk by that turns and you just keep on walking and you feel him walking quicker and you hear him getting closer.
Yeah, that's awful.
I've had to run from so many of these dudes and fight them off, dude. And like, I'm a good fighter, so I'm just kidding. But it was always like very scary and learning to take a hit from a big old 6-foot black dude that just wants to like just
Yeah, that's awful.
God knows who. And I'm not talking just black dudes, but white dudes and Mexican. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
racist,
awful.
it's just
That's
that.
awful.
But-
What do you think, in your opinion? Is it better being out here by yourself or having a significant other or a friend, so to speak, to watch your back? What do you think?
A significant other is always so much. Typically, when we're out here, we're already going through our own shit. So having to deal with your significant other's bullshit too, it can be very hard and very stressful, and it makes it just that much
Harder, huh?
harder to be out here, and it makes it that much easier just to say, fuck it, I give up, I'm done.
Yeah.
Let's just stay out here a little longer. To be out here with a friend is kind of the same thing because you don't have your own schedule. You guys got to work together, and in some cases it is easier because it's not lonely. But I've been out here alone without my significant other just because he's on a good one somewhere else in the city. But it's given me time to learn more about me. It's given me time to get stronger within me, and not for us or for him, but me. And it's giving me back my own peace of mind and my own, decisions. So I would say to be out here by yourself, in the end of it, is so much better for you if you're really wanting to do good again.
Wow. That's all right.
We're friends
So
of
where
the
were
watch.
we? Yeah, you were just saying about, that sometimes being out here by yourself could be a lot better. Being with a significant other or having a friend look over you, you have to deal with, their issues too, which can be not only time consuming but draining as well. Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
Is there a particular experience you've had while homeless that stands out?
I've had a lot of experiences.
Could you name one or so?
Getting to know the ladies, the person that you passed, the person that the typical normal American woman or man pass on the street because she's pushing a cart or because she's dirty and she's wearing just not clothes but sheets as her clothing. Getting to know those kind of people and hearing their story and who they once were and deep inside still are. I have heard some of the most amazing stories, and I have met some of the realest people out here.
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
Fuck a job, fuck a house, fuck a car, fuck all that shit. It's all about the heart of a real person that makes
I
a
agree.
real man or fucking woman, dude. And if you...
I agree.
And I hate the way, not me just personally, but I hate the way that society is treating the homeless.
Me too.
Just because of the fact that, yeah, we're doing drugs. Yeah, it's our choices. Yeah, you know, I'm sure if the most put together person was to lose their job or something, or go through something so traumatic, they would fall apart too. And or they're dealing with some kind of addiction. It might not be drugs, but it's probably sex. I can't tell you how many married men pull up in their car right after work. They're still in their suits and shit, jacking off and calling me to the car, and they got a fucking ring on their finger. So I know that some of the most healthiest, put together households that look norm, and that mom that gets up every day and takes her kids to school and is on the PTA, they are going through something fucked up in their household, whether it's addiction, a cheating woman, a cheating husband, or both cheating ass pieces of shit.
Who knows? You never know. Yeah, there's always skeletons in those closets.
Absolutely, but they know how to mask it. They know how to protect it. They know how not to let their beast out, and that's because because that is so more important to them than them actually going through life and living it and working it the fuck out. They don't talk about their shit. It's quiet, and it's like the fucking pig in the elephant in the room, the pink elephant in the room, you know?
Most definitely.
It's that kind of shit. And it's like, man, at least, you know what, I'm out here, but I know I'm working through my shit. I might not be home right now. I might not be a supportive mom to my oldest, which I know that they need me deep inside. I know that they do, and I know that they've had to put on a mask to protect their hearts, because I know I've hurt them and I've done some damage. I know that, but I know that I'm working on myself, and I know I'm gonna come back, and I know I'm gonna be a good person to them again, whether they accept me or not.
Man,
I've had to
that's
learn.
Amazing.
I've had to learn that I just might not get my boys back because of my absence, because of everything that they're going. They're living their life. They're raising their kids, and I still haven't met not one of my grandchildren.
Yeah. I'm gonna second what you said there. I always say, you know, you gotta go through it to grow through it.
Yeah.
And I believe that wholeheartedly.
And everybody's so scared to go through it, but if you think about it, as kids going through life and growing up with the problems, and your parents always told you it's gonna be okay. Well,
100%.
that is one thing all of our parents have never lied about, because check it out, you made it, you're here, and you're still okay. Yep. Going through life, I know when God throws his trials and tribulations at me, I hate going through it, but after I go through it, I love the freaking how I feel, because I just grew that much more. And that's what it's about. It's about growing.
Growth,
you can't go through
100%.
life unless you grow, because if you don't, you're just gonna be that same lame Jane that
100%.
everybody
I agree.
tries to be, with the fake ass smile, the fake ass tits, or the fake ass whatever it is. It's not. You can't be you, because you haven't given yourself the chance to be you.
That's a good.
At least I'm going through it, and at least I know.
Gotta shout you out for that.
Yeah.
What is the most common reason you see for people ending up homeless out here?
Their own demons. Their own demons. Their own choices.
Very
of
good.
course.
Yeah, that's true. If you could speak to your younger self, what would you say?
Little girl, keep your eyes open and your ears open, because it's going to be a real hard ride for you. But you're going to make it through. And you're going to find happiness within yourself and your children and the man that you're going to choose to be with. But be prepared for life and what it's gonna throw at you.
Very good. Is there a person or organization that has made a significant and or positive impact on your life since you've been out here? Like a church or,
No.
nothing like that?
No, but there's my girl Jessica.
Really?
She's sober. She's been sober, and she got her baby girl, and she married my ex baby daddy.
Oh,
But we're all friends, and she's my support. They're my support.
that's cool.
Amado and Jessica, they've been there for me, and even though I don't check my Facebook or my phone, she gives me a message every day that I've been out here, I've gotten a message that she loves me, that they're there for me. Not one day has gone by and I don't get that Facebook call from her.
Man, that's awesome to hear.
I'll go and I won't check my Facebook for like 5 months, and I'll have fucking 400 and something messages.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Not a lot of people can say they have a friend like that.
Her and Stephanie too.
Her and stuff. What is a skill or talent you have that people might not expect?
I love the truth.
The truth.
I
like
always am so truthful, and I'm
Keep it
so
real,
honest.
huh?
I keep it fucking real.
That's awesome. That's
I
awesome.
keep it so real that people always think I'm lying. I love it.
Man, that's awesome. What is something you wish more people understood about being homeless?
You know, it's really not anything for somebody to understand, because, it's your heart, it's your compassion to humanity. It's the way that you are,
Yeah, I agree.
I just wish people would just, stop being so fucking mean and just, you don't gotta give a handout, you don't gotta give anything, just say hi when we pass by and say hi. And at least I could say good morning. These people just walk by like they're all that, like they're too good to say hi to my dirty ass. At least I can say, hey, good morning, how are you? And I do it with volume, I do it with care, I do it with a real
empathy,
voice.
with
I
empathy.
do it with love.
Yeah, compassion, yeah.
At least I know I'm gonna have a damn good day. Get that stick out your ass. God bless you.
And last but not least, I asked you this earlier, do you have a Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, or anything like that, just in case anybody wants to, you never know who might see this video. They might feel like helping you or helping you out with your situation.
I don't, but I do have a email, and that is Frankie-44-Shares, and that's spelled Frankie 81 FAZZ@gmail.com.
And there it is there, folks. Frankie, this has been an amazing, street story here. I really appreciate your time. And if I ever happen to see you again, which I probably will, we don't just do stories when people are down. We like to get them, when you're on your way up also. I would love to get a part 2 to this, if you didn't mind. Would that be okay?
Absolutely.
All
I
right.
would be happy to have a part 2, 3, and 4.
That
for 2
works
years
for me.
From now.
Yeah, thank you so much, and you have a great day, okay?
You too. Thank you.